Kill, upgrade, repeat. These are the words that KUR stands for, and it summarizes the game fairly well. Developed by Really Ragdoll, KUR. Forget this. To make it simple, I'm just gonna call it KUR. KUR is a sci-fi FPS that seems to take heavy inspiration from the Quake and early Doom titles. We're in a time where nostalgia sells, and I've played through my fair share of these old school shooters. Now I won't lie, my initial reaction to seeing another addition to the genre was not positive. But I'm also a sucker for these, so I figured I'd give KUR a shot. And you know what? I'm pretty glad I did. My favorite aspect of KUR is the combat. I'll mention the guns in a brief moment, but I've got to talk about the boot. In the first level, you get access to a boot that is multifunctional and overpowered. You can use it to kill enemies, jump high, and break down doors. When dashing through a mob of robots, this boot becomes your best friend, as it helps you get through nearly everything and everyone. You also get access to upgrades for your boot, so the love grows stronger throughout each level. Now of course, the variety of guns is also a fun twist. Outside of your typical pistols, you gain access to other weapons over time, such as the Bouncing Betty that ricochets bullets off of surfaces, or a Shrink Ray that, shrinks enemies. Honestly, it's pretty refreshing to see KUR take a different approach to combat with these sci-fi themed guns, as opposed to your typical arsenal of rifles and machine guns. The narrative and humor shape much of the world, from the eccentric dialogue of the characters to the unpredictable methodologies of killing enemies. Unfortunately, though the plot goes for a wacky tone, I can't say I found it that entertaining. The voices sounded poorly acted, and the nonsensical scenarios just baffled me to the point that I kept trying to skip those cutscenes. I wouldn't consider the art to be a strong point either. Yes, it is a 90s shooter, so you can't expect too much, but the graphics look average at best to me. However, I'd like to give huge props for the variety of environments. They kept it fresh by ranging the levels from open areas to cramped hallways, each with its own number of secrets to explore. It's nice the game offers incentives to look around and investigate, as opposed to running through the enemies to get to the end. Speaking of which, if I had one ask, it would be to see more enemy variety in the game. It could have been easy to overlook KUR, but I'm glad I was able to play it. It's a game that's easy to pick up and hard to put down. Given it's still in early access, I did encounter my fair share of bugs and glitches, but I was overall impressed with the game and what it has to offer. With some polish and additions, I concur that KUR is a game worth waiting for. Hey there, thanks for watching. Feel free to check out the full preview at noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to provide news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up to date with all of our future content.
Noisy Pixel.